Good morning, everyone. It's my sincere pleasure this morning to welcome all of our family members, our friends, our community members, our school family, and most importantly, the 130 graduates from Kingsford High School. For the 91st commencement ceremony at Kingsford High School for the class of 2016. This morning's official welcome will be provided by the Superintendent of the Brighton Township School District, Mr. Craig Allen.
Thank you, Mr. Smithson. Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Education, administration, faculty, and staff of the Brighton Township Schools, it's my pleasure to be here this morning to provide the official welcome for the 2016 commencement ceremony of Kingsford High School. I'm honored to be part of such an energizing and important event. This really is a big deal. I like to think of it as the grand finale, and it's the last box to check on your to-do list as a graduating senior. I would like to take this time to congratulate all of you graduating today for a job well done. By receiving your high school diploma, you have met, and in many cases exceeded, the requirements placed upon you by our Board of Education in the state of Michigan. And in this day and age, this doesn't typically happen by chance or by just showing up. It happens by putting forth a lot of energy, effort, hard work, and tremendous parent and teacher support. And we want to thank all of those in the audience today that have provided this support throughout the years. Your commencement today is not an ending point, but is the beginning of future possibilities. I know this sounds incredibly cliche, and you'll probably hear it 47 different times in the month of May, but it really is an important concept to grasp. And I'm convinced that your success will be determined by the choices you make, the goals you set, and the discipline you have to stay on course. So dream big and set your goals high. I'd like to take this time to introduce the individuals who are at the podium with me this morning. First, by introducing the Brighton Township Schools, Board of Education, and the high school administration. First, our school board president, Mr. Charles McGrath. Our school board vice president, Mr. Robert Henderson. Our school board secretary, Mrs. Joanne Toe. Our school board treasurer, Mr. David Cashin. School board trustee, Mr. William Rice. School board trustee, Mrs. Catherine Thomas. Two individuals that you probably don't need an introduction for, but I will anyway. Assistant Principal, Mr. Doug Roberts. Kingsford High School Principal, Mr. Lyle Smithson. I'd also like to point out Justin Cowan, who's off to your left, my right. He is streaming this commencement ceremony live on our website. Class of 2016, I wish you all success as you continue your education and move on into your careers and adult lives. Congratulations, good luck, stay connected, and come back and visit often. We'll always be privileged. Next up is the Kingsford High School Concert Band under the direction of Mr. Ben Shirk. They will be performing into the raging river. Sure.
Into the Raging River was composed by Stephen Reineke. It was published in 1999 for Symphonic Band and is a tone poem meant to depict the bubbling rapids of a river.
This piece starts by depicting a calm sun rising over a tranquil river, like walking into school on the first day of freshman year, with all the majesty and hope for a great future. As the tempo pushes forward and the dynamics increase and decrease, we have hit sophomore year, where the turbulence of life has begun, and maybe we fail our first test, stop getting along with our parents, or we don't make a starter on our team. Like the rock beneath the rapids, we feel like eroding, giving up, but we persist, moving on towards our final stretch. By junior and senior year, life has pretty much calmed down, and we are able to balance schoolwork, clubs, and even a job. And as is all too familiar to seniors, like the calming of the rapids into the river, we slide to the finish. Glancing back the past 4 years, we remember all that we have gone through and know that this is not the end. Life is full of ups and downs and unexpected turns, and all we are is along for the ride. So, stand strong, live every day like it's your last, and love unconditionally, because we must now ride the rapids of our next raging river.
Mr. Shirk and members of the band, thank you. Great job. Thank you very much. In 1979, a tradition was started at Kingsford High School, and that tradition has continued every year since then. That tradition is one of not having a commencement speaker, but as opposed to that, having members of the graduating senior class speak to their class. That is a tradition that we are going to continue this year. We have a number of members from the Kingsford High School class of 2016 who this morning would like to share their thoughts with their classmates for one final time. The first of our graduate speakers, Mr. Nick Smith.
Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Smithson, for giving me this opportunity. I'm truly honored to be in front of my friends, classmates, teachers, coaches, all of our overly emotional parents here today. Yes, Mom, I'm talking to you. As I stand up here in front of my classmates, I think of the past 4 years and remember all the challenges and adversities we have faced. Whether that is spending a few extra hours in Mr. Kriegel's health room, staying in this gym a few minutes longer to improve our free throws, or getting home late after work to squeeze in studying for an exam. The struggle was real. These challenges were all too familiar to us, and I know we have upcoming challenges in our future that we also need to attack and conquer. Today, we officially begin the next chapter of our lives. We turn the page to a new and fresh beginning. The next years will not be easy. Success will not just happen. It'll require a little extra motivation, a drive to succeed, the will to be the best possible versions of ourselves. Each year we'll have a curveball thrown at us. We can choose to capitalize on it and hit it out of the park, or swing and miss our big opportunity. Some of the most influential people in the world have had the same decision to make. Henry Ford failed 5 times before starting Ford Motor Company, thankfully manufacturing the Flipper, of course. Another man inspired by a newspaper editor for lack of imagination. This man was Walt Disney. Peter Giesel was rejected by 27 publishers before one publishing company took a chance on him and published his first book. He's known to us as Dr. Seuss. All we need is just one person to take a chance on us. We then have the power to change the world. We must remember that today is a day of celebration. We celebrate the people around us. We celebrate our parents who support us for the last 12 years of our educational careers and not letting us give up on a challenge we need to be faced. We even celebrate a brother or sister for never making studying for an exam easy. We celebrate the coaches. Because of them, we'll never forget our name. Thank you, Coach Hofer, for still wake up in the middle of the night here. Smith, catch the ball! We celebrate the educators of Kingsford High School that spent countless hours with us over the last 4 years, who have started us on our journey. We celebrate the great friends that have been formed over our time here. The friends that never let us forget a memory together from Woodland. The friends who at one point lifted us up after being down. The friends that we will all hold close as we flip the pages to the next chapter, as we look for that one person to take a chance on us, as we face the challenges ahead. Today, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate the class of 2016. Thank you.
Excellent job, Nick. Thank you. Next, we will have Allison Bablani.
I just want to start by saying thank you to the amazing teachers and staff and to my fellow classmates for making these past 4 years unforgettable. We've experienced so many amazing memories together that I will forever cherish. The reason I made the choice to speak today is to remind all of you that we will be successful in these years to come. You may ask me, how can we do this? My answer is simple. We need to be bold. We need to put ourselves out there and be our true selves. I could probably speak on behalf of my class by saying, like myself, we all made one huge mistake as incoming freshmen. That mistake was that we tried our best to just fit in. We all wanted to be liked by others, and for some of us, we thought the solution was to be someone that we're not, and wear a mask that we were not meant to wear. The truth is, our true identity is the one that people usually end up liking the most. We all need to remember next year, when we are at the bottom of the food chain yet again, we will all be searching for our friends, our identities, and what we want our life to become. This is why it is so important for us not to waste time and pretend we are someone that we're not. Douglas Smith once said, "Whatever blocks you encounter, you have learned that there's a way over, around, or through them." It is not those obstacles that inhibit your progress, but your confidence and will to break the inertia of fear and doubt. We must all remember that there will be blocks in our way, but there is a way over. We can do anything when we are our true selves, and we'll have the confidence to do so. Let's reach our full potential and be the best version of ourselves. Let's be bold.
Thank you, Ellie. Next, I would call on Charles Buma Ministro.
Is that good, guys? All right. Good almost afternoon, families, teachers, staff, and my fellow graduates. Today, as I'm sure you all know, is a monumental stepping stone for each and every one of us in this gym. For all of the families, your young stars are shooting off in different directions, away from home. For the staff and teachers of KHS, you leave today with the knowledge that you've helped a group of new and incredibly brilliant young minds get ready for the world ahead. And as for the class of 2016, we know about the daunting yet exciting future coming up ahead of us. We all have our doubts and our fears. Some of us know exactly what will come next. Others are not so sure. But do not be afraid. Do not be weighed down by anxiety of the possible struggles that lie ahead of us. Try instead to think of this stage of life as a new segment of a choose-your-own-adventure novel. I'll give you an example. My story started as soon as I was born. As I grew up, I was given choices, both big and small. For instance, in second grade, my page read, turn to the next page to take Taekwondo lessons, or turn to page 70 to be intimidated by trying something new. I turned to the next page, and life only went up from there. As the amount of choices as I was able to make for myself increased, the more it felt like I was controlling my destiny. I had the power to turn the pages. Like everyone else, not all of my choices were good, but every page turned, every risk I ever took, has molded me into who I am today. Just like life, I could go back into the story and see where I could have gone if I had turned a different page, here or there, resulting in infinite possibilities. On the other hand, you can't look ahead or where you are, and you can't look ahead of where you are and be certain of what's going to happen. We don't have the ability to see what is before us in life, since it is hidden under the veil of the future. It's cheating, and it is called cheating to look ahead in a choose-your-own-adventure novel. We are now in a place of relative uncertainty, just before a big page turn. There's a sensation of gravity behind this next choice. Each person's page reads, you are almost out of high school, literally on the verge of graduating. What do you do afterwards? The choices presented are unique to each graduate, with no two people having the exact same decision to make. So now I ask you, Kingsford High School class of 2016, what will you do with your talent and knowledge? Thank you, and good luck to everyone in their future.
Charles. Up next will be Christopher Roll.
As graduation begins, we spend the next few hours working towards our future. I feel as though it's only appropriate to take a moment to look back at how we got here. And what better way to reminisce than with the movies that defined our generation. To me, these defining movies weren't the ones with the biggest explosions or the hottest cast, but the ones that we all deep down love. Classic Disney movies. You see, these movies truly left us with something. Relatable heroes who, as we grew up, we tried to embody. Characters like Simba, Lilo, or even Troy Bolton became our role models, and they taught us our guiding values. They taught us lessons like to remember who we are, to never leave family behind, and of course, that we're all in this together. But let's be real for a second. High school probably wasn't the musical we all hoped for. Each year we faced new challenges, and we didn't always succeed. However, each time we found an obstacle in our way, we always seemed to come together. Whether it was emptying our wallets to win the pennies for patients, sorry, Mrs. Sutton, but free will always win, or teaming up to win the homecoming week as freshmen. Like so many Disney characters before us, we proved that when we work together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. We showed each other that it didn't matter who or how many times we fell down, because each time we did, our friends were always there to pick us back up. Now, it may not have hit you yet, but these next few hours may be the last time we're all together. I mean, sure, we'll have reunions, but think of what may come in the future. In 5, 10 years, some of us will have families, kids, $200,000 in student debt, and hey, maybe even a job. The point is, you never know what might be the reason you can't make it back. So if just for a moment, take a look around and just think about the ways each and every person in this room has molded you into who you are today. Ironically, whether it was becoming brave like Simba or bopping it to the top like Ryan and Sharpay, the memories we've shared together in many ways have turned us into the Disney characters we all once aspired to be. Like these characters, we learn the same lessons. We learn to be who we are, to keep our heads in the game, that family is whoever you make it out to be, and we learn that it is okay to fall down every now and then, so long as your friends are there to pick you back up. As I think of all these lessons and the memories associated with them, and as I think of saying goodbye, I can't help but feeling like another Disney character, Eeyore, the depressed donkey. Yet, in moments like these, I look towards the wisdom of my favorite philosopher, Winnie the Pooh. The Pooh once said, "How lucky am I?" The Pooh once said, "Somebody got it?" Okay. The Pooh once said, "How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard?" The reality is, whether we like it or not, the 5,000 hours, 700 days, give or take a few, the fourth of our lives that we spend here together have turned us into one large family that at times we probably did not want, but in the end, we definitely needed. So the next time you're learning about Element 56 from Mr. Bertoli, squaring off with Balcom in an arm wrestling match, or more realistically, the next time you're afraid of taking that next step into the future alone, remember, Ohana means family, and family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. So congratulations, and welcome to not only our graduation, but the rest of our lives. And as we walk across the stage this morning, remember, we made it here together. Thank you.
And now I would like to call forward Zoe Kettler.
So today is simultaneously one of the best and worst times of my life. And to quote Charles Dickens, it was the best of times. High school was tumultuous on its better days, but I met my best friend here. I met teachers who made me love learning here, whether they taught me how to analyze literature or how to take the derivative or music. I fell in love with life in the confines of these four walls for years. I grew up here, from a bumbling freshman with no idea what I could possibly do, to a senior about to step in the world and change it one way or another. This building managed to give me some of the best times of my life, even though sometimes it was the worst of times. I won't lie to you. The waking up for class drained my spirit. The testing tired me out, even on my best days. I learned how easy it is to be tired and feel like you'll always be tired. The friends I lost along the way put a damper on the brightness of every great thing I experienced. And the time that I spent studying and doing homework was time that I sometimes, usually, wanted to be doing anything else. And that's what it's always been about, after all. Time. We are scared we wasted too much time here, and now we won't have enough time to be great or do great things. But we are young, and all this time we spent poring over textbooks or building buildings of pipe cleaners and glue was time well spent. The time we spent as high school students together was never time wasted because it made us into the people that we are today. It made us into the adults sitting here in these blue caps and blue gowns. So we are young, and we have time, and the time that we spent together was never time wasted. So it was the best of times, and it should feel like it was the worst of times, but we made it. We made it, and we still have time. Congratulations, 2016. Go out and be great. Change the world.
Thank you, Zoe. And up next, Cortana Choraguti.
Thank you, Mr. Simpson. I know I'm not exactly the first speaker you've heard today, so I'll try to keep it short. Wow. Today's the day we graduate high school. One day, in a long time, somebody will ask us when we graduate, and we will think back to this very day and say way back in 2016, such a long time ago. This is the day that will mark our transition from childhood to adulthood, where we finally get a taste of the real world, where we have to take responsibility for ourselves, where we finally have to face the question that many of our friends and family in this very room have been asking us for months. What are we planning on doing with our lives? We are told to follow our dreams, follow our passions, find our path in life. But how are we supposed to make our own way when 4 years ago most of us could barely unlock our lockers by ourselves? Americans revere our founding fathers for their work founding this nation. Yet, in their time, they were not so appreciated. They fought on behalf of a nation that did not have the means to communicate with them constantly. Their ideas were crazy and radical for the time. They did not fit society's mold. Their determination, perseverance, and hard work is what allowed them to achieve the incredible end result. Sometimes we might feel we're being pushed into certain jobs or cookie-cutter lifestyles and pushed away from other less realistic careers. Although being able to provide properly for yourself and your possible family is important, so is never letting your dreams die. I hope that the class of 2016 does not ever feel the need to fit into a certain mold of life or certain lifestyle, but instead goes directly into your dreams, even if it is an uncommon path. Find what you are truly passionate about, and don't let anybody tell you that it is unrealistic. And in 20 years, if you find that you no longer like the job or the life that you are living, I hope that you take a chance, make that change, and find your new passion. Some of us are going off to college, some into the military, and some straight into the workforce. Some of you may become plumbers, engineers, teachers, nurses, doctors, or even president. There are some classmates in this room whom we may not ever see again. Whatever your path may be, I hope that the class of 2016 always finds time for your passions and loves whatever you end up doing enough to want to be the best you could possibly be at it. I hope we can all take inspiration from our founding fathers in not being afraid to push the boundaries. With hard work and dedication, the sky is truly the limit for each and every one of you. To quote Henry Thoreau, go confidently the direction of your dreams. Thank you all, classmates, BTS staff members, and of course, our family and friends, for what has truly been the best 4 years. And congratulations to the Kingsford High School class of 2016. Thank you.
Just like to say thank you to all 6 of our student speakers. I think there were 6 shining examples as to why this tradition has carried on for over 35 years with tremendous success here at Kingsford High School. So again, thank you very much to all 6 of our speakers. Great job. And now I would like to call on Mrs. Hogan and the concert chorale for a selection, For Good, Lean on Me.
Barely a day goes by recently where I don't reminisce on the time I spent at Kingsford High School performing with some of my favorite people. Now, we all might be moving on to different chapters of our lives, entirely new novels, and we're all going to different colleges. But we'll always be Flippers, and we'll always have a home in the Kingsford High School Music Department.
Thank you, Mrs. Hogan and Concert Choral. At this time, I would like to acknowledge some groups and individuals that are here with us today. First of all, right behind our graduates, I would like to introduce to you the Brighton Township faculty and staff. If you would please stand right behind the graduates. For their commitment to our students, their passion for working with young people, their caring, but most importantly, the knowledge that they have passed on to all of our students. Faculty and staff, you have truly made a positive difference in the lives of these young adults. You have helped build upon their foundation, and this is a foundation that they will continue to build upon throughout their lives. So again, teaching staff and faculty, all of you here today, I would like to thank you. Within that group, Senior Class Advisor, Mrs. Milligan, please stand for a moment. On behalf of the class and the administration, I would like to thank you for all of the time that you put in. I want you to know that it doesn't go unnoticed or unappreciated. You provided great guidance to the class of 2016 as they have navigated throughout their senior year. After 20 years as the Kingsford High School Senior Class Advisor, Mrs. Milligan is stepping down as Senior Class Advisor at the conclusion of this school year. So the class of 2016 will be her last class as advisor. Your efforts over the past year, as I mentioned earlier, have certainly been greatly noticed and appreciated by all senior classes that have gone through the halls of Kingsford High School. Mrs. Milligan, thank you. I'd like to have two additional staff members please stand this morning. Mr. Don Anderson and Mrs. Ann Martin. If you would please stand. Both Mr. Anderson and Mrs. Martin have announced their retirement at the conclusion of this school year. Mr. Anderson and Mrs. Martin have a combined 59 years of service as teachers in the Brighton Township School District. During this period of time, both Mr. Anderson and Mrs. Martin have served as educators and mentors to thousands of students at Brighton Township. Mr. Anderson and Mrs. Martin, you have both made a positive difference in the lives of students at Kingsford High School. Thank you for everything you have done, and you're certainly going to be missed as we start next school year. Again, thank you. Other thank yous. First of all, Mr. Nick Guyan. Sure you noticed in the Commons area as you came in today, the beautiful PowerPoint that has pictures of all of our students, and many of them have youth pictures or baby pictures. Mr. Guyan and his class have put all of that together, has had it in our hallways, Commons area, and here in the gymnasium. So big thank you to Mr. Nick Guyan. Mr. John Pearson, who's here with us every year, he will be taking individual senior pictures of each of our graduates as they leave the stage this morning. Those pictures will be available to all seniors at their all-night party this evening, or they can pick them up in the principal's office next week, and those pictures will be provided to you free of charge. So, Mr. Pearson, thank you for being here. And as Mr. Allen mentioned earlier, I would again like to extend a thank you to Mr. Justin Cowan. He is broadcasting this morning's commencement live on the Brighton Township website, and it is being streamed this morning, and within the next week it will be on the website for all to view. So, Mr. Cowan, thank you for taking the initiative and making that happen. We appreciate it. But most importantly, I want to thank you, the parents, the friends and family members of our graduates. I want to thank you for all of your support and encouragement that you have provided to these young adults. You are the main piece of that foundation that I mentioned a moment ago, that these young people will continue to build their lives upon for years to come. Family, members, and friends, thank you for sharing these 130 graduates with us over the last couple of years. Thank you. And now to the group in blue in front of me. The Kingsford High School class of 2016, 130 strong. You are here to receive your diplomas this morning. You've truly been an outstanding group over the last 4 years as you've walked the halls at Kingsford High School. I would like to recognize some of them for special honors recognitions. First of all, we have 4 students in the class of 2016 who have received their Michigan Student Service Award. They received this award for volunteering more than 400 hours in volunteer service to our community. They are wearing special community service medallions this morning. Would those 4 students please stand and be recognized? And on this special weekend, Memorial Day weekend, we have 5 members from the class of 2016 who will be entering the military to serve our nation upon graduation from Kingsford High School. Would those 5 students please stand? Twenty-nine members of the Kingsford High School chapter of National Honor Society are with us here this morning. They are wearing white cords. Would those 29 students from the National Honor Society please stand? 65 students from this year's graduating class are graduating with a 3.0 cumulative GPA or higher over their first 7 semesters of high school. They are wearing gold cords at commencement this morning. Would those 65 students please stand? We have 14 students from the class of 2016 who make up our top 10%. They are wearing red cords at commencement this morning. These students have a cumulative GPA of 3.965 to 4.194 over their first 7 semesters of high school. With those 14 students who make up the top 10%, please stand. We have 11 students in this class who are graduating with a cumulative GPA of 4.0 or higher. Their GPAs range from a 4.007 to a 4.194 over their first 7 semesters of high school. They are wearing blue cords at commencement this morning. Would those 11 students please stand? During roll call this morning, would please ask that you hold your applause until all of the members of the class have received their diplomas so that the names of all students can be heard by their family members. The students will cross the stage from your right to the left. As the student's name is read and they receive their diploma, their picture and name will be projected on the screen behind the stage. After they receive their diploma and leave the stage area, they will have a picture taken by Mr. Pearson commemorating this morning's event. As I mentioned earlier, that picture will be available free of charge to all of them this evening at the all-night party or next week in the principal's office. At this time, Brighton Township Schools Board of Education members, on behalf of the faculty and administration, I present to you the members of the Kingsford High School class of 2016 who have met the graduation requirements set forward by the state of Michigan and the Brighton Township Schools Board of Education to enable them to receive their high school diploma. At this time, I would like to call to the podium Mr. Douglas Roberts, Kingsford High School Assistant Principal, who will provide the roll call for the class of 2016.
Thank you, Mr. Smithson. At this time, I would like to call forward Brighton Township School Board President, Mr. Charles Navarra, to present the first series of diplomas. The reading of the names: Ainsley Marie Alfaro, Paul Todd Allen Jr., Michael Gregory Anderson, Nicole Rose Anderson, Annalise Pamela Armstrong, Tyler E. Balcom, Catherine Elizabeth Barkley, Tyler M. Bauer, Madison Page Bethke, Gino Bruce Bianco. Alex Marcus Blaskowski. Joshua Allen Bolin. Haley Ann Bourgeois. Catherine Mary Brackett. John A. Bruns. Allison Marie Mablani. Paige Helen Burke. Samantha Rose Burke. Caitlin A. Carey. Wyatt James Kaler. William R. Chafee.
Ricky!
Lauren Christine Champion. At this time, I would like to call forward Running Township School Board Secretary, Mrs. Joanne Toll, to present the next series of diplomas. Kurtana S. Chorgudi. Mariah Lynn Clement. Seth R. Collins. Saber Jane Como. Dylan Patrick Del Santo. Justice R. Becker.
Justice!
Kaylee J. Drake. Tristan A. Gilgee. Kyle Leslie Eckerberg. Samuel Dwayne Everett. Ruby Araceli Fox. Alice Rose Gary. Nicholas John Glenowski. Justin James Grayler. Andrea Rose Groskopf. Dane Richard Guth. Taylor James Hay.
We go TJ!
Anna Marie Hay. Joshua A. Hansen. Kyle W. Pettis. Brady James Hicks. Jaden Lane Hudson. At this time, I would like to call forward Reading Township School Board Vice President, Mr. Robert Henderson, to present the next series of diplomas. Michael Philip Jamar. Ashley James. Samantha Ann Johnson. Dana Claire Johnston. Gavin Thomas Johnston. Zachary Ryan Jones. Zoe Lynn Kettle. Madeline R. Kleiman. Cody John Kosky. Brandon Edward Kolakowski. Joseph D. Cooter. Justin Michael Labarnway. Faith A. Levine. Alexis F. Lindemann. Ekaterina Ryan Lindemann. Joseph David Lynn. Megan M. Linsmeyer. Charles Raymond Lula Menisco. Cassandra M. Luttrell. Maria Paula T. Menengo. Karina Lee Marcel. Kelsey Lynn Martin. At this time, I would like to call forward Reading Township School Board Trustee, Mr. William Rice. Savannah Lynn Martin. Ingrid Nell Martin. Desiree J. Mascott. Liam Ryan McConnell. Brendan Matthew McGuire. Grant Roland Meyer. Shaylee Olivia Meyer. Ryan T. Miller Oje. Alex D. Manette. Nathan P. Moore. Benjamin Michael Morrow. Cole David Morrow. Adam F. Murray. Jonathan Douglas Nelson. Sophia M. Newens. Thomas Joel Norman. Cassandra M. Olson. Sarah Marie Orchard. Eric M. Pupor. Anna Rose Cadence Perkins. Rachel Ann Perpich. Austin Paul Person. At this time, I'd like to call forward Reading Township Board Trustee, Mrs. Catherine Thomas, to present the next series of diplomas. Jade Ashley Peterson. Victoria May Peterson. Nicholas Brian Pilot. Rachel Trinette Plonky. Zachary David Povola. Cordell Anthony Powers. Cameron James Price. Anthony Mannion Rivera. Monica Ann Rico. Nicole Samantha Robarge. Alexis Jordan Roshan. Christopher Stephen Roll. Chase Dreams Ross.
Josh Ross!
Jorge Luis Sanchez. Samuel Jack Santi. Lucas J. Shane. Megan Marie Schultz. Isaac E. Slages. John Eric Smeeberg. Kyle E. Smoleski. Alexandria Louise Smith. Nicholas Joseph Smith. At this time, I would like to call forward Reading Township School Board Treasurer, Mr. David Cashin, to present the final series of diplomas. Kevin Stephen Sorensen. Alexander David St. Aubin. Aaliyah Don Stafford. Justin James Stankovich. Zachary Louis Stankovich. Mackenzie Joe Steinbecker. Leo Peter Stamalshek. Sierra Autumn Strutz. Bo Gabriel Stuck. Brett Gary Swanson. Sierra Ann Taylor. Austin Joseph Taylor Smith. Lauren Ashley Tregillis. Madison Rose Van Pembroke. Holden Scott Byzantiner. Alex J. Boronin. McKenna Lynn Wickliffe. Madeline Elaine Wilton. Brandy J. Winkler. Noah P. Yost. Noah!
At this time, I would like to call forward the president of the Kingsford High School class of 2016, Mr. Chris Roll. Would the class of 2016 please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the Kingsford High School class of 2016. Okay, guys, please be seated. Class of 2016. You're in your 4 years here. You've been a very special, unique, high-achieving class. You've been part of many athletic championships. Your class set a Kingsford High School record of being offered over $4.4 million in scholarships. Your class has been part of many state and national musical awards. You've been very involved as a student body. You've led our student government. You've been outstanding role models and good role models to our underclassmen. Each and every one of you have been given very special, unique, individual talents. Each one of you leave here today with your own goals and dreams. It's been said numerous times this morning, the message sent to you. And actually, it started to hear it about 2 weeks ago, when 1980 KHS grad Chief of Police Andrew Smith spoke to our senior boys at their breakfast. This message has been constant throughout the spring. Your classmates spoke to you about it this morning. As you move through life's journey, always be true to who you want to be, not what other people want you to be or expect you to be. Make the choice every day to be happy. Because remember, in the big scheme of things, life is short. Make the most of every day and always live every day to its fullest. As you leave the hallways of Kingsford High School for the last time this morning as a collective group, the class of 2016, remember your community, your school, and most importantly, your family have provided you with a strong foundation to have a happy, successful life. This is not the end of the journey. This is just beginning the era of the next journey. We wish you nothing but success and happiness in all of your future endeavors. Kingsford High School class of 2016, congratulations and good luck.